Yo, so guys, welcome back to another video. This is another urinating tree reaction, and this one is Dallas A Million Ways to Die in the NFC East. I'm going to do this reaction first, and a few hours later I'm going to do this, the Dallas Tombstone one straight after, but I'm going to post it a few hours after just to sort of let you see this one and then see the next one. But yeah, people have been suggesting this for the longest amount of time. This was stemming from the sports ball, I think it was week 7, and it's that he sort of touched upon it, but he never actually delved into it, and then he's obviously made a sort of this part leading from that, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, people have been suggesting it like crazy ever since, and my apologies for not actually getting it done sooner, that's my bad, but I'm excited to get into this, man. He's made 2 parts of this, so I'm really intrigued to see just how bad Dallas they are at the moment, because I see him getting memed a lot, but he's obviously going to go in on them. The fact that he's made 2 videos is kind of crazy, but we're going to see why, we're going to see what happened, and yeah, hope you guys are going to enjoy it. Let's just check this out, man. I'm going to just do with my light a little bit. I feel like it's quite dark. It's probably been dark this whole video. That's my bad. That is my bad. Here we go. Marcus Lawrence. Mike McCarthy. Special guest Andy Cole. And Jerry Jones as Emperor. Palpatine, what? Really ways to this is it then, yeah? I'm really intrigued to see what this is going to be about. Is it the fall of them? Like,
in the land that is called Dallas, there are many wrinkles that need to be.
This is the sports bowl sort of leading from that, because it was the initial game, wasn't it? So I'm guessing the part 2 is going to be him touching upon other things then. We'll see. I'm going to stop pausing.
Last week was complete and utter annihilation in Jerry's shrine. The Arizona Cardinals came rumbling into town to the dismay of many. There would be ass-kickings in order. And it was bad. Very bad. Despair now seeps into every nook and cranny of the organization. The fan base's hopeless optimism fades faster than a healthy Sean Lee. Poor Cowboys fan. He won't be able to lord over his hapless in-division foes. Turmoil in Jerry World. It's the new calling card of the Cowboys. The entirety of the offensive line is now broken to bits. Dak Prescott is now holding out of this show for a stable payday. At least that's what we want you to think, since he is also now broken to bits. Zeke has fed himself so much that he's grossly fumbling the ball due to being too full to feast. The team's secondary is atrocious. The defense is so bad to where it's breaking records for most points given up in 6 games since the AFL-NFL merger. The finger pointing has begun. The fires have come at Mike McCarthy's feet. He has learned nothing from his failures in Green Bay. He was hailed as a convert to analytics, yet his only change seems to be going for it randomly on 4th down. His in-game tactics rely on elite talent to get them wins. And now the discontent is seeping out of the locker room. An anonymous player begins the drama. They allegedly aren't prepared for games. They don't teach, and just aren't good at coaching. This is week 6. When things are leaking out to the press this early, things are spiraling out of control. McCarthy, knowing this extortion from Green Bay, tries to mediate the situation. The group must handle their grievances as men, one-on-one. He preaches resilience in the face of god-awful odds. You know who else did that? Hitler. It worked out pretty well for him, I think. If things don't shape up soon, the Emperor will consider another voluntary career suicide. He doesn't care that one of his best weapons is out for the remainder of the year. He demands a winner. He demands success. He demands full control and order in his franchise. Gazing out at the lowly peons below him, Jerry Boy isn't happy with the current situation. The only reason they're still playoff contenders is because they're in the NFC East. It's a nice relief that their opponent comes from this division. And not only that, it's a team that's also been repeatedly beaten into the dust. The Washington football team. Yes, the show's old friend Dan Snyder has been under incredible fire these past few months. Mostly for running a shitshow franchise that has no redeeming value outside of a safe space for Eagles fans. Last week they came off a degrading loss to the Giants as going for 2 on the final play of the game backfired. They are in the dregs at 1-5. This should be an easy matchup for them. Except it's not.
Oh, no.
Washington is the one breezing through this first drive. This is what Randy Gregory returned
I've
for.
seen this, actually.
Good old-fashioned Texas-sized shit stomping. But then, a miracle happened.
Oh!
The defense did something incredible. Maybe this is the moment the Cowboys season turns around.
Play, you know.
This is what a great television show does. It tries to get you interested only to slice your legs off.
Oh,
a fumble for a safety at the 16-yard line? How badly do you have to muck up to do that? Does it get worse?
Yep.
It does. A lot worse. The secondary's favorite cheese is obviously Swiss.
Oh,
It's
that
full
run,
of
bro.
holes. Perhaps I'm wrong. Even the Swiss cheese could properly absorb a few attacks on its luscious, creamy exterior. Jerry Boy is having an aneurysm as we speak. The offense can't do much of anything. The Cowboys may only be down by 6, but it feels like 60. At this point, I have to ask one thing. How much was Dak buoying up this offense? Andy Dalton is a decent quarterback. It shouldn't be this much of a drop in production. This is like going from Tom Brady to Brandon Whedon. Don't even think about offering him a contract, Jerry. You have much more pressing issues to deal with. Like this play call on 4th and 1. McCarthyism at its best, kids. You know what's holding back this team? Obviously, communists. The football team does not have such issues. Kyle Allen is exposing them. Kyle Allen. If not him, here's Zeke Elliott giving no fucks about pass blocking. The poor Red Rifle probably wishes he were back in Cincinnati. The complete lack of effort on display by Dallas is astonishing. It feels like a team that's given up. They've stopped playing for their coach. The score is now 22-3 against Washington. Rock bottom is being reached, but it goes further. The offense is finally doing something. They're in the red zone, but Cowboy hands have gotten hardened from years of cattle rusting, especially the $90 million Zeke. To think this man is considered elite still, I'm starting to question that as much as Dallas's drive to win. There's literally nothing. The situation is hopeless. Andy Dalton is yelling at his line on the sidelines. Things obviously can't go much lower than this. But it did get worse. A blatant hit on Andy Dalton has him suffering a brutal concussion. Off topic, why the fuck wasn't John Bostic suspended for this hit? This shit is Perfectian in its callousness. A blatant helmet-to-helmet hit on a defenseless player.
God,
this doesn't even get a slap on the wrist? Weren't you guys pretending to care about player safety? Or is that an old fact?
What? I remember I did the video, CTE, right? Is that the kind of stuff that would lead to like the CTE in the long run, like in years to come? Because I know there's a big issue with that, or there was in American football. I swear it's probably still the case. I mean, you see stuff like this happening. But that, and he didn't even get like a suspension or anything. That was fucked. At that speed as well, man. God, that was nasty.
So Dallas's new quarterback is, hold on, I have to look this up. Ben DiNucci! Who the hell is that? Obviously getting his ass kicked as well. The game is pure humiliation for Dallas. The low bar for this franchise has gotten even lower. Despair has hit Cowboys Nation. Fans and pundits rightfully call for Mike McCarthy's head for the job he's done. The drive isn't here. Nobody's fighting to protect their fellow man. The team is waving the white flag. And against one of their biggest rivals? Inane to think, but considering the arrogance at the top of the food chain, it's valid. The offense can't even score points. A 25-3 final.
That is a violation.
At 2-5, they are surprisingly near a playoff spot, but it feels like an eternity away. Mike Nolan is so useless he sabotages a press conference by rubbing hot sauce in his eye. Everson Griffin is leaving the show for the longtime staple of the mediocre network, Detroit. Daryl Worley is leaving the program due to budget cuts. Dontari Poe ate his way off the program. Even Jerry Boy is feeling the pressure.
Where would you have a leadership void? Is it an experience void? Is it a talent void? Is it a leadership void? I'm not trying to be cute here. The answer is no. The answer is no.
I'm asking you.
There's not a. Well, just shut up and let me answer. No.
The ego is still intact, but the Cowboys are in shambles. And the rest of the league eats it up like a medium rare steak. Talk about a yee-haw. Dallas, it's time to squeal. How about them Cowboys?
Wait, what's that bell called? It's just like a cowbell or something like that. For fuck's sake. So that was part one. I say part one. This is like the initial thing from the game, but we're going to see more of this now. I'm literally going to do the reaction straight after. Let's just see a few comments. Sad face. You know, Tree's in his own when he's comparing McCarthy to when it's only 3 minutes in. The coach is already really damn good. They went all the way to Washington to kick a field goal. Shannon Sharp. This should be good. I miss the days of our Steelers. So this will have to do. Dallas Cowboys burning and being destroyed on a weekly basis. The new results. Is it the Cowboys who are like the richest sports franchise in the world? I swear it is. Richest sports franchises. I swear it's the Cowboys. Yeah, but I don't understand how they're so rich. But they just seem to I swear they've been struggling for quite a few years now. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just thinking that. But I swear I heard that and saw that somewhere. That they've not been as successful as their financial sort of side. You would sort of think if the richer you are, the more you can offer to players. But maybe there's salary caps that stops that sort of thing from happening. But I don't know. That just does interest me. But I might just be waffling there. But that is just something that I do think about. And maybe I'm completely wrong. So that's my bad if I am. But yeah, part one. We're gonna see what more he has to say because he already went in on them. So I'm really interested to see what else he has to say. But hopefully you guys enjoy this. I'll post that reaction 2 to 4 hours, guaranteed. So it's going to be today. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, subscribe. Peace.